Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing my annual holiday gift guide. Louis is here being indecisive about where he's gonna lay down. Basically, every year I put out my holiday gift guide, things that I recommend buying for people in your life for Christmas. And I typically do like holiday for men, holiday for women, holiday for teen boy, teen girl, kid boy. And this year I'm just combining them into adult, teen, and child. And that's because a lot of these things could go either way. I don't think everything has to be genderized, and that's not just me like following the 2018 Be Offended trend. It's just as an adult, there's a lot of things that you can give that are for either person. So whether they're identifying as boy, girl, whatever, it doesn't matter. So as an adult, there's a lot of things in here that you would think, oh, but that's too like practical. I personally love giving practical gifts. I think that it's 100% the way to go, and that's just because it makes it to where it's something that the person is actually going to use. I'm sure every single one of us has received a gift that they're like, well, I'll never use this. So I wanted to make sure it was things that people could use. In this list of items, there's budget-friendly items, higher-end items, so that depending on your budget and who the person is, you can spend more, spend less. You know, these are just ideas to help get you started in your Christmas shopping. So the first thing I have on here is an Apple TV. Apple TV is a little black box that I'm obsessed with. Basically, anything that you purchase in the iTunes store will be on there. Plus, you can download Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. Everything is all right on there. You can even download your Stars app, HBO app, all of that. So that then, that's all you have to have. And you plug it into your TV, your normal TV, and you're able to access just millions of movies in the Netflix and iTunes, or Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, iTunes libraries, all of that's there. With the iTunes stuff, you do have to buy that, but in the end, you do own it forever. The next thing I have on my list is a Mrs. Hinch Basket. This is something that I personally think anybody of a certain age who has their own apartment, flat, house, whatever, that is an adult that has to do cleaning. I think that even teenagers, I think, should get Mrs. Hinch baskets. Mrs. Hinch, if you don't know, is an Instagram influencer. I hate that term because it's just such a term. But basically, she started out just making Insta stories about her different cleaning. It's not even her like invented techniques. It's just things that she likes to do to make cleaning fun. And it just took off. Like, she went in 6 months from like 2,000 followers on Instagram to over 1.3 million. She just has an insane skyrocketed amount of followers. And I followed her when she hit like 80,000 or 60,000. It was back in July. And I've watched every story she puts up, every live. I absolutely love her. In your Hinch basket, you can make it any way you want. So what I would recommend is getting like a laundry basket and putting everything into it. If you want to use stuff Mrs. Hinch uses, make a list of her items. She has it all in her highlights on her Instagram account. And you can make a list of her favorite things. Definitely, if you're doing like an official Hinch basket, you would have the pink stuff, soda crystals, a minke, you know, stuff like that. So if you wanted, you could also make it like all eco-friendly products. And for that, you can go to Amazon or Grove Collaborative. You could do all Mrs. Meyer. You could do Melaleuca. There's tons of eco-friendly products out there now. And it's really just up to you what you decide to give. I would recommend inside your Hinch basket giving a laundry container that they can decant either their Unstoppables or their laundry pods, just because it fancies up their washer dryer area. Another thing I would massively recommend is an Instant Pot. And you don't even have to get the like official Instant Pot. You could do, there's one that I sent my mom that actually came with tons of gadgets that the Instant Pot doesn't come with, that you have to buy separately, and it was actually the same price as the Instant Pot. I forget exactly what it's called, but I'll put a picture up for you guys to see. It's on Amazon, and she absolutely loves hers. I have just the official Instant Pot. I love mine. I don't even use my stove anymore because I can just throw everything in there and it's done in literally matters of minutes. It's honestly, it's something that you have to get used to, but once you know how to use it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Another thing I would recommend if you know somebody in your life that's into fitness is the free, I can't read my own spelling, hydration belt and the Waterfly Fashion hydration belt. Both of these are like fanny packs that actually hold a water bottle, and then you can put your iPhone in there and it'll hold like the iPhone XS Max. If one of them has like a space for the cord to come out, if you have a corded headset that you want to listen to music, it's perfect for running, for walking, hiking. You know, if you know anybody that's into those types of things, these are amazing. I personally have the free, I can't read my own writing, hydration belt, and then I sent my mom the Waterfly one and she absolutely loves them. I have a couple cleaning gadgets, and the first one is the Bissell Pro Heat 2x Revolution Pet Pro. This is it's a carpet cleaner, and this is the carpet cleaner that I have. I also sent it to my mom, and it is the most intense, amazing carpet cleaner ever. It does come with some Bissell carpet cleaning products. I have found that I actually prefer the OxiClean carpet cleaning solution. So you can buy that for them, or just the sample that comes with the carpet cleaner is enough to do like a really deep clean. The reason I love this is because it has two settings. It can do a really deep clean, or it can just do like a nice little once over. And the once over one is going to dry within like 30-40 minutes, and the really deep clean will take all day to dry. But I have a white and gray rug in my living room. It's actually the only carpet that I have in my house. My husband refuses to take off his shoes when he comes in, which drives me crazy. But anyways, his spot where he sits and watches TV is like always so dirty and gross, and it drives me insane. And no matter how much I vacuum every day, no matter how much vacuuming I do, it's just always dirty. So I bought this and I cleaned it, and it literally looked brand new. It actually does a really good job of re-fluffing the carpet so that it's not so matted and pushed down. And it just looks fantastic and makes the rug smell good. And so it's also one of those things that's like really heavy duty. So if you have an entire house of carpet in your living room, dining room, in your bedrooms, this is going to be perfect because it has no problem going all day. The other cleaning gadgets I have is the Roomba Vacuum. This was something I gifted myself for my birthday, and because I vacuum every day and it takes literally like 30-40 minutes out of your day to vacuum the whole house, but because I have a dog, and before I had 2 dogs, and so I felt like I had to do it all the time. And at one point I was vacuuming in the morning and at night. So this is something that you can actually set on your app to come on automatically every day at a certain time or every other day. And it does a great job of just picking up everything and getting it out. It also does a great job of refluffing matted carpets. It transfers from hard floor to carpets really, really well. In fact, you'll notice it looks like it's trying to like almost like one of those RV trucks where it tries to get over something. It definitely does that. It gets really well under coffee tables and other tables. It only sits about this high off the ground, so it can fit under almost anything. My ottoman, my desk, my chairs, all of that. It even gets under my bed, and it's just fantastic. Now they do have one, it's $300 more than the one that I recommend, that will drive into its own little trash can and dump it, because with the one I have, you have to clean the trash can out every day. But I felt like it can hold 30 days worth of trash in there, and I just felt like it wasn't worth the extra $300 to have to dump it out once a month instead of once a day. So I would much rather just save the $300 and dump it out once a day. The other thing I have on here is the Roomba mop. I have hard floors throughout my whole house. I have travertine, and I have to be really careful what I use on the travertine because it leaves streaks. I can't use a Swiffer. I can't use some steam mops. I had one steam mop I had to get rid of because it left streaks. And with the Roomba mop, it actually, you can fill the little cartridge with your own solution, and then you just get the pad. It comes with reusable cloths, and you just get those wet and you stick it on, and it goes and it'll just mop your whole house. It comes with a thing called a North Star, which helps it blueprint map your house so that it knows where it's already done and where it needs to go. And I just love it. It also comes with a sweep function that has separate reusable cloths if you just wanted to sweep the floor instead of mop. I will say with the mop function, it takes just very few minutes for it to dry. And so for me, I don't mind just setting the mop down every day and letting it do its thing. I also would recommend the Bissell Pet Steam Mop. This is my favorite steam mop. It's amazing. It doesn't leave streaks on travertine. I bought several of the covers so that I don't have to worry about doing laundry every single day, but I could still steam mop every day. It does come with a fragrance insert that you can put in. I didn't buy extra of those because I just don't use them. I actually will just do a once over steam mop and then throw my normal mopping solution on the floor and just go over it a few times again, and it just looks fantastic and makes my house smell great and all of that. It also has the thing that detaches. You can use it to like steam your drapes or steam clothes, you know, just whatever you need to get up higher with a steam function. If you have somebody in your life that loves like the mani-pedi life, I would recommend the Homemedics foot bath. It's basically a pedicure station. You just plug it in and put the water in, and it bubbles the water, and it's got little foot nodules that you can rub your feet on, and it like massages them, and that way they can do at-home pedicures, because pedicures are expensive, especially if you go quite a lot. So I believe this is only about $40–50, and it just makes, it's like a big nice gift to give somebody without spending an absolute fortune. Another thing I would highly recommend is a pair of slippers. You can go super high end and get the UGG slippers if you want, or there are actually two kinds on Amazon that I really like. The Jessica Simpson faux fur memory foam slippers. Those are only $19. They look adorable. They actually look really similar to UGG slippers, and they are so soft and warm. And the other pair, I don't remember the brand, it's for men, and they actually look identical to UGG slippers as well. They are also faux fur, so you don't have to worry about anything like that, and those ones were, I think they were $30 or $25, so it makes for a really great gift and something that's super practical. Everybody loves getting slippers. There's also a what's it called? Pure Wave massager. This is something I saw on Instagram and it totally sold me. I ended up buying it and I absolutely love it. I've also given it as a Christmas gift this year. I'm not going to say to who in case they watch the video, but it's honestly the best thing on the planet. I highly recommend it. It comes with a bunch of different heads, and you can just like give yourself a back massage, a leg massage, especially if you're into fitness where you'll get like a lot of tight muscles. This is really going to help. Or people who have lower back or upper back problems, or just stiffness in their legs. It really does help to just work out all of those kinks. And the handle is long enough and curved well enough that you can actually get all the way down to your lower back without being super flexible. My shoulders are the tightest thing on my body. Don't ask me why. And it's actually, you know, I should be able to like flip my elbow behind my head, but I can't. But with the massager, I can still do this and get all the way to my lower back. You can also do it this way if you want, and it's just the greatest thing ever. It's rechargeable, so you don't have to worry about buying batteries, and it honestly, this is something that people are going to be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I also have 2 books to finish this gift guide up. The first one is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. This is honestly, I feel like I told you guys this last year. I talked about this book all year long. I'm sure you guys are like, oh my God, get over it. It's just a book. But I honestly found this book to be life-changing, and I feel like this book was something that I needed. Like the universe led me into this direction because it knew I was going to have a tough year. And you guys know my year has not been an easy one. And it just, I find this book really calming, but also I feel like it's helped me find myself again. I've read it so many times now. I also own it on Audible, not Audible, kind of Audible, the iTunes audiobook store. And I've listened to it 4 or 5 times now. I absolutely love this book. I feel like this book will change anybody's life that reads it. The only thing is you have to dedicate yourself to reading it, because it does, it's one of those books that you can't skim. You have to actually read it to really get the full effect of it. Oh, do you want down? So I would highly, highly recommend that. If you know somebody who is really, really busy, I would gift them the audiobook. All you have to do is go into your iTunes store or go into the Amazon audiobook store, and you can buy it and send it as a gift. It'll have like the gift option. If you wanted to give it to them like as something that they actually open, but you want it to be the audio version, you can actually just print out a picture of the cover of the book just by Googling "You Are a Badass" by Jen Sincero. You can print that out and put it into like a box or something like that so that they can actually open it. And then once they open it, then you can go ahead and send the gift via your cell phone or computer. It will transfer immediately, so it's something that they'll get right away. And the last book and last thing on my list is Girl, Wash Your Face. Stop believing the lies about who you are so you can become who you were meant to be. This book, I feel like, has sat at the Amazon #1 charts for ages. It's a really great book. It's, you know, all of these books are called self-help. I don't believe they're self-help books. I think that they're just self-realizations. They help you come to terms better with your identity and who you are. I really enjoyed this book. It's really interesting. I wouldn't recommend this for somebody who is not religious. I myself am not, but it doesn't bother me. But there are quite a few times that she talks about religion and God and faith. And so if you're somebody who isn't into that, I would go with the Jen Sincero book. If you're somebody that doesn't mind it or is into faith, then I would recommend this because it's a great read. And she has such amazing stories. Some of them are just absolutely to die for, hilarious. And then some of them are sad. And it's just about kind of her coming to terms with who she is, creating something, a routine in her life that she can stick with to become the best person that she could be. So that is it for the adult holiday gift guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps you come up with some ideas for people in your life. If you have any ideas for adult Christmas gifts, please leave them down in the comments down below, and I will also link everything down below so you guys can find it really easily, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!